How we doing, everybody? Good morning. Just here for a quick chat. Spoke to some people last night, and my biggest question was, what's holding you back? What's stopping you? Nobody ever has a good answer. So I thought I'd bring it. I wasn't gonna go live today, but I thought I'd bring it to the masses and ask the same question. Hey, good morning, sis. How you doing? Pooh Bear. Hey, John Rod. What's going on, my friend? Numeric Brilliance. She said, Homesteader Rachel. How y'all doing this morning? I just wanted to come in here real quick and ask. A lot of us have started doing stuff. What's up, Aunt Ford? Hey, Shanae Moss. How you doing? I wanted to ask you, really, what's stopping you? And I got the answer because I did a video. And I pretty much showed everybody their answer of what's stopping them. I'm going to get right into it. I want to say hello and good morning to everybody. I'm going to repeat this several times throughout this video, but I'm going to go ahead and get it out the way. How many people saw the video with me hunting the deer? Show of hands. How many people saw me in the last video I did of me hunting the deer? How many people? Anybody see that video? Yeah. Okay. I want to say thank you for watching the video. I want to say thank you to the people that enjoyed the video. And I even want to say thank you to the people that did not enjoy the video. I'm going to tell you something that's going to sound a little weird. I want to say thank you to the people that hated the video even. I want to say thank you to them even more. Because that whole video was just a reflection of your mindset. That video got a lot of people to hate it. I got a lot of people unsubscribed, and they even told me, I'm unsubscribing. I can't believe you did this to a little baby deer. Listen now. I can't believe you did this to a little baby deer. I didn't answer anybody on that whole video, but I did my best to put smiling emojis on every one of them. Now, if the person did not agree with the video, I just left it. But if the person was rude and evil, I removed the comment, because you can disagree with the video without being disrespectful, right? So the disrespectful, racist, or whatever other comments like that, I removed them. But if you didn't agree with it, I left the comment. I did it for a reason. I didn't answer too many people in that whole video, and it got over 700 and something comments, but I didn't say too much of anything to anybody. And I'm going to tell you why I did it. Why did I wait so long in between putting out another video? I did that to show our mindset. It took me all of probably 5 minutes to make that video. When is the last time have you seen me make a 2-minute video? That should have tipped you off right there. Like, this don't make no sense. I did that to show your perspective. I will get a ton of people that we've been going through this for the last 4 years. We know the economy is bad. We know gas prices is going up. We know all of this horrible stuff, food shortages. We know all of this stuff is happening. Yet there's a ton of people that have not done anything about it. They haven't secured themselves or their families to do anything. Because they hope things get better. I did that video to show your mindset. Your mindset of you're being deceived into thinking something. You don't have any facts. All you have is speculation. All you have is word of mouth. Now, let me explain myself. Everybody said, you killed that deer. I can't believe you killed a baby deer, right? A little baby deer in my yard. I didn't even talk through the video. Did you realize that? Me not talking in a video. Why is that? I spoke in the beginning about a dream I had, which was real, actually, which made me think of this video. One person out of all of those 760 something comments said one thing. She said, you're using broadhead practice arrows. I'm trying to remember everything she said. You're using broadhead arrows. You're in broad daylight. Baby deer is no, and she said, the meat that you were grinding up was super fatty. There's no way that you shot and grind up that baby deer. Let me tell you something, sister. If I had a prize, you're the winner. So let's get to the reality. The reality is people can make you think whatever the hell they want you to think. It's up to you to ask questions before you judge. The deer is in my yard every single day. I didn't harm the deer. The deer is in my yard every day. When people ask me, Leah, how do you keep deer off your tree? What do I tell you? Urine, not mine, urine. I spray urine on my trees. So I got a whole nother video that I'm gonna release showing you that. But here's the thing. That deer is in my yard every single day. We've even named the deer. I'm not going to harm the deer. I got 3 deep freezers full of food. Why would I harm an innocent deer? Now that goes back to tell you what you did that's wrong. And I got all these biblical people coming at me about killing a deer. So all the people that came at me biblically and spiritually about harming a deer, let's go back to that. What did you do? Because I was accepting in what you had to say about me. So I want to say, what did you do wrong when you speculated? There was another lady that said one other thing that was kind of weird, but I left it up because it helped with my argument, which was, why didn't you show the dead deer, she said. I was like, that's a little macabre, but I'll allow it. I left that there. I left her comment there because that was another piece of proof to show. I didn't show a dead deer's body because there's not a dead deer to show you. I put that video together and edited it. First I'm going to tell you the reality of the video. I wake up, I'm pouring myself some coffee, broad daylight. I happen to look out the window and see a deer in my yard. I had time. Think about the video. I had time to put my coffee away, get some binoculars and stare at this deer hopping around my yard like Bambi or something all day. Think about it. I went from pajamas and house coat, go put on some hunting clothes. Think about it. I had time to put on my bow, my glove for my bow. I had time. Now, the deer was waiting for me, right? Okay, anybody that's ever hunted for real, I did everything on purpose. The deer is still playing in my yard. It gave me time to put on my glove, put on my hat, angle the camera at me, angle the camera at the deer, angle the camera at me. Now remember, the deer's supposed to be in the yard and I'm supposed to be hunting. Aim it at the deer, aim it at me. Pull my arrow out of my back like a movie, like Robin Hood, making all of this noise. Somebody even said, no way you was making that much noise and you was able to hit that deer. I did all that on purpose. I even lifted the volume of hearing the arrow slide out, and I made sure the arrow scratched all the rest of the arrows in the bag so it could be that loud. Draw. Did you see how stupid I draw? I'm going to tell you another one that even throw you off a little more. I put the glove on backwards. The padding, the padding was on the back of my fingers. I'm surprised nobody caught that. I draw back, and mind you, the deer does not see any of this. And I was just so lucky to hit the deer. Next scene, Michael Jackson scream. And then I got time in the same, looks like the same day, don't it? To strip the deer, clean the deer, gut the deer. Now, everybody know I live in a neighborhood. Where am I performing this stuff at? Out in broad daylight with my neighbors. Just to bring the deer meat in to grind it? Okay. So, what I wanted to show people was, clearly, somebody said you deserve an award. I guess so, because I made people believe that I just shot a deer at 50 yards with a practiced broadhead arrow, with my bow ain't even tuned. And the sound that it made was actually supposed to be hitting the deer when it actually just hit my practice bag. Everything that you put in your head to make you believe what I did was no different than you believing Jaws is real. Or pick another movie, Fast and the Furious, cars driving up the side of a building and then let a parachute out the back and everybody land a mile from the ground safely and there's not a scratch on this brand new car. You made yourself believe that. So instead of being like, that's weird, I've had people ask me, Led, did you really get the deer? That was great. But the people that hated me for the video and said all the horrible words and all the horrible stuff about it, those are the same people that was thumping that Bible at me. And I just want you to ask yourself, what did you do wrong? Why are we pointing fingers? Because you speculated on something that you thought I did by a YouTube video. And some of the horrible, harsh things that were said to me and my family because of what you saw on a YouTube video. Wow. Is that all it takes to persuade you into one thing or another? We need to really recognize what's going on out here in the world. The reason I did that video is because I'm showing you right now what you thought is not the truth. You have to get the facts. You got to get the facts. Stop looking at television and listening to what they're telling you, and you walk through these stores yourself, and you will see there is no food. Oh, they can make you believe anything. I can make you believe there's no food. Let me get this sucker. I can make you believe there's no food at all, and I can also make you believe there's tons of food. With a little bit of editing magic, I can make you believe anything. I can make you believe I'm got tons of money. I can make you believe I'm poor as hell. It's all up to you on to do your research, your discernment. The whole thing, family, is we are living in a world of such fantasy, and fake crap. When we do see something real, that's the stuff that's hard to believe now. When you see reality, if you think about it, let's be for real. The people that's being canceled and the people that's being ridiculed these days is sometimes, most of the time, I ain't saying all the time, is some they just can't handle the reality of it. Everybody is living in a fantasy world, and don't nobody want to hear about reality no more. I see it every day. Nobody wants to know about reality. But then they'll question why they're doing so bad. Why is my life like this? Why is this person doing better than me? Because that person is got they 1 foot in fantasy and 1 foot in reality. You're all the way in reality. That's the whole thing. Those people that believe that I shot that little baby deer in my backyard, you're literally judging the world on fantasy. You didn't judge on fact at all. You didn't ask me. People ask me, Led, did you really do that? Those are the people I like, because they want answers like, hey, before I thumb you down and before I call you a handful of dirty names, did you do it? You know? Nobody cares about reality, man. Nobody cares that we are in a situation. I've been driving back and forth across this country all year. I've seen things that I don't even want to speak on. But I'm telling you this, we're living in a world of fantasy. Some people call it the last days, right? My thing where I'm going to add to that, the last days for who? I'm not going to say it's not the last days. I will say the last days for who? If you got your head buried in the sand and you don't want to know the reality of what you're doing, some people can't find a date is what I'm going to call it. They can't find a partner, a date, somebody to love, somebody to marry. One of the main reasons is because you're living in a fantasy. Don't nobody want that. You can go pay for a fantasy if you dig what I'm saying. Don't nobody want to marry one. You hear what I'm saying? You can go and pay for a fantasy. Don't nobody want to marry one though. So all of the fake clothes and hair and eyes and cars and shoes and garbage, the superficial crap that we wear to trick one another into loving us. Here's the thing, some people are so good at dressing up as something that they're not. You will trick them. And that person does fall in love. That person falls in love with your costume. That person falls in love with your character that you're portraying. They don't fall in love with you. So when that person ends up stepping out on you or leaving you or so-called cheating on you, you got to ask yourself, who cheated on who first? Because you brought yourself as a lie. You portrayed yourself, and everything you portrayed yourself as was a lie. So did they really do wrong by leaving? Because once they find out who you really were, that's not what they signed up for. You gave them a fantasy. You introduced yourself as a fantasy. And when that person left, you was pissed. They cheated on me. They left me. Kinda. But it's just, man, we live in a world of nonsense now. And I just proved it. That deer, I got a video. If I didn't have my camera right now, I could show you. That deer was just nibbling on my elderberry trees this morning. I have no reason to take that deer away from this earth. None whatsoever. I still got about 10 briskets in one deep freezer. 10 briskets. The meat that I was grinding was one of the briskets that I bought, what was it, 2 years ago. 2 years ago that I finally broke out to grind. And the people that knew and know what deer meat looks like, there is no fat on deer meat. You could see half the meat I was grinding was white from fat. Brisket, baby. It ain't even the same animal. It's a beef. And it kind of disturbed me because the whole gardening thing already got me on edge, because I'm like, don't nobody want to grow no food. Don't nobody want to stock up no food. Don't nobody want to put no money away. Don't nobody want to try to. I got more pushback against the Berkey water filter, whether it works or not. That killed me. Every single person that said the Berkey don't work, it's fake, it don't. I had one question for every person that said that. Well, his test, he's a scientist and he went to the lab. Okay, do you own a Berkey water filter? Well, no, I don't, but our conversation is over. Because I don't care what that scientist boy said. You take some water out of your doggone sink and you run it through your Berkey and taste it. Will make you give the people's eyebrow to the scientist boy. You're going to be sitting there like, because there's not a slight difference in the taste of your water after running it through a Berkey water filter. There's not a slight difference. There's an extreme difference. So I don't need to hear this one guy, one out of all of YouTube. I don't need to hear this one dude that's hurting for views on YouTube badmouth this thing to get him some views. When I got two of them sitting in my face, tasting the proof, it's almost, it just drives me crazy when people don't do their own research and figure stuff out for themselves. It's hurting us. It's hurting us all. We living in a fantasy world. And the reason it's okay is because it's comfortable. I told everybody, please start getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because it's about to hit the boot, man. We got to come out of this fantasy world. Watching too much TV. Watching too much nonsense. and start trying to ask questions. Everybody makes judgment without asking questions. And it's sad because I remember when fantasy things like video games used to make you feel good. You stayed on a video game for a little while, and that was enough for that. Now people, or computers, now people literally damn near live inside of these video games. The reason I say that, and you mark my word, the way things are going, from what I've seen from the 70s to today, in a minute, people gonna have on them things like we be seeing these futuristic sci-fi movies, and they gonna be just laying up in a chair somewhere in those video games all day. Cause nobody wanna deal with reality. Nobody wanna deal with reality so bad that they rather stay in a fantasy. That's why people do drugs. That's why people stay drunk. That's why people stay high. People think it's before the addiction started, there was a reason to take these medications or these drugs or alcohol. Before the addiction was started, there was a reason to do it. Don't nobody want to deal with reality. So being in that state of mind where you done darkened or shadowed over your brain, people rather be in a cloud, man, just dancing around than deal with their own reality. But then when they wake up, because the drug only lasts so long and they back in the real world, they wonder why they life is so horrible. That trips me out. That trips me out. Why are things going so wrong? And then they play the pity party thing. Why is my life so messed up? Well, if you hung around in reality long enough, somebody just said it, you could change it. You could change your reality for the better. You don't have to stay in your situation. You can do everything in your power to try to get out of it. Nobody's forcing you to stay in your situation. Period. I've heard people say, oh, I can't speak on that because how would I know? I've been where 90% of the people watching me right now have been. In all of those situations, believe it or not. Believe it or not. I've been where you are. And every blue moon, I go back and dip my toe right back in it. For whatever reason, God want me to. So, if we come back to reality, we can start figuring out what's really keeping us from accomplishing what we're trying to accomplish. Or who. Something or somebody is keeping you from accomplishing your goals or accomplishing greatness. Somebody or something. And usually, before we accuse something or somebody, most of the time it's us keeping ourselves from accomplishing our goals. You know why? Because we thinking about fantasy. That deer video showed it all. We think something happened. We thought something happened. I could have swore. No facts. When you move, let me be honest with you. I'm working up on 50. One thing I learned the hard way. If you move through your life by hearsay, you're going to get lost. Did you hear what I said? If you keep on moving through your life by hearsay, you're going to get lost. It's moving through life ain't no different than reading a road map. It's no different. If you keep stopping at a gas station, asking somebody how to get from point A to B. And they said, well, I think what you want to do is you may want to make a left up here at the light. And I'm almost positive you need to make a left at the second block. That's how we navigate most of our life. Everybody navigate through their life with hearsay. Don't nobody ever navigate by facts. Like, stop making moves until you know exactly what the hell you about to do. Which direction is you going? That's how you navigate. That's how I've had to start navigating through life. I'm not making no move unless I know it's the right thing to do. Some of that comes into prayer. You better pray on it and hope to get a sign soon. Sometimes I just don't move. I was going to do a video. What was that? Yesterday. I was going to do one Friday. I was going to do one yesterday. And something inside me, I was like, nope. Something ain't letting me do it. I'm not going to do it. So I'm not going to do it. You got to keep on navigating your life when you being told the right information when to do it. If he don't approve it, you might want to hold off. You're going to get lost. If you keep on hearing well, I think what had happened was, or what I heard somebody tell me, that stuff is holding your life back. You can't accomplish stuff by hearing rumors on YouTube and I think this on YouTube. When you see somebody on YouTube or TV and they're doing it, this is what he did, this is how it happened, here's the results. You know somebody that's giving you good information. If Denzel told me, Led, this is what I want you to do from now on, okay? This is what I need you to do, all right? From now on, I don't need you saying the F word no more. That F-bomb is killing me. I don't want to hear that no more coming out of your mouth. You're going to make it to Hollywood. You're going to make it to Hollywood, and if you don't, If Denzel told me some information that I didn't really quite agree with, and he said, you're going to be a millionaire if you just listen to every word I say. You do everything that I tell you to do, and you're going to be all right. You hear me? You're going to be all right. You're going to be okay. If Denzel told me that, I'm like, well, man, my fans like when I say the F-bomb. Well, you don't do that no more. I'm trying to tell you to get to Hollywood. I'm going to stop. Why am I going to stop? Not because Denzel Washington is the most brilliant man on the face of the earth. No, because he's a millionaire. He's successful. Maybe I should listen a little bit. Maybe I should listen. He's not telling me something like, well, because Jamie Foxx, what I had heard was he did it, and then something. No, he's telling you what he did and he had to do to make it, to cross that border to get to the A-list. What did he do? I stopped saying the F-bomb. I'm telling you, I know people that just hate that, and boom. If you see the evidence in somebody and they trying to give you the real and they giving it to you hardcore, man, you might want to listen. I've spoke to several people, man, on certain things. They didn't want to listen. But then they asked me, well, how do I get that many subscribers? I already told you. But everybody want to be fake. Everybody want to live in fantasy world. I'm going to give you a secret. I'm going to tell you a secret. The world is so fake right now. Everything around us is so fake. You don't know what or who you looking at half the time. You don't know what or who you looking at half the time. You don't know what you looking at. So I just keep my blinders on because I don't know what I'm looking at no more. The world is so fake that people started being fake and phony to stand out, to be different, right? People used to dye their hair a different color to stand out, to be different. People used to wear crazy costumes and outfits to stand out, to be different. Now, everybody is fake. Everybody got different color hair. Everybody got loud, boisterous, ridiculous clothes. Everybody got on diamonds and gold and jewels and shoes and hair and nails and eyes and cars. Everybody. You know who stand out now? Average Joes. We've saturated our world with so much fake that the people that stand out is normal people doing normal things. Them the rock stars. Average husband and wife, kids, jobs. Those are the rock stars now. When they stand up on stage and perform, the one with all the loud Patti LaBelle suit, remember Patti LaBelle back in the 70s, Funkadelic Parliament, all of that, all them loud suits, that's normal now. You don't gotta go on stage to see them people now. Remember, we used to have to go to a concert, pay a lot of money to go to this concert to see these people in all these crazy outfits and the stage smoke and pyroglyphics and pyrotechnics rather, going off bombs, and we used to have to go pay to see that. Now all you got to do is go to Walmart. Now all you got to do is go to Walmart, free of charge. So the people just doing the concerts don't make as much money no more, because you putting on a show that I just seen at the Walmart on Main Street. I seen all kind of freak shows. People wanted, they used to pay a lot of money. Now I'm gonna tell you who would be broke this day. What's it? Hugh Hefner. What's that name? With the Playboy Mansion. If Hugh Hefner was alive today, he'd be filing for bankruptcy. Why would Hugh Hefner be filing for bankruptcy if he was alive today? Because ain't nobody trying to go to the Playboy Mansion to see your models. They everywhere, half naked. The whole big thing, Hugh Hefner became a billionaire because he had a house full of half naked women. Think, that was his only thing. His only thing that made him rich was he had magazines and a house full of half-naked women. That's the only thing that made him a millionaire, billionaire, whatever it was. Now, the same stuff you used to have to sneak and see on or pay for his specific channel on cable, man, that's at Walmart for free. You see half-naked people in Walmart all the time. Some of them will even let you touch them. You got to be careful, get consent first, you know. But honestly, the world is a fantasy. You used to have to go pay for those fantasies. Remember HBO on his channel, Playboy Mansion channel, whatever it was? You used to have to pay to see that nonsense. Now it's everywhere. That was a fantasy. Now all of that garbage is walking right across you. You bring your little 6-year-old baby boy in the store and he got to look at a whole nother lady knockers. And when he asks you, Dad, what are those? What are those? You can't answer properly because you still asking yourself, what the hell is going on? And you gotta look in a way so don't nobody accuse you of some sort of assault. People coming to the Walmart half naked, and you're staring, and they will say in a heartbeat, what are you looking at? Stop staring so hard. What, you want to take a picture? if you don't mind, I mean. What do you expect? We live in a world where we need attention so bad you want to go to the store naked and then get mad at people for staring at you and call the cops. And the sad part is we live in such a world full of fantasy. This dude that was staring is going to go to jail for visual assault. And his only case is, but officer, look though, really? Hands behind your back. Damn, I tried. We live in a world of nonsense and then wonder why we are in such trouble. We live in a fantasy world and then turn around and wonder why our life can't get in order, why we can't get straight. Nobody believes in a higher power anymore. We all think we have gotten so bullheaded that we think we created all of this. We have gotten so bullheaded, mankind think he did this. It's scientists in a lab somewhere right now. Never heard of visual assault? William Bryan say never heard of visual assault? It's coming. Every 30 days or so, they make up a new way to go to jail. So hang on to your hat. It'll be here. Mankind has gotten so arrogant, we think we created this. We think we can control this. We live in a fantasy world. We all forgetting about why we here in the first place. So I just wanted to come on here, number one, and let people know nothing is wrong with the baby deer. The baby deer is fine. I seen him on my trail cam this morning. Number two, I want to let people know, stop speculating. Stop listening to rumors. Go get the facts. Get the facts. Ask questions. Once you ask questions and get the facts, apply the knowledge to your own life and watch how much further forward you move. Ask questions. Get the facts. Apply the knowledge of the facts to your life and watch how much further forward you're going to move. It's a simple recipe. This ain't one of those French pastry recipes. This is a real, true, home-cooked meal recipe. It's that simple. It's that simple. Get the facts. Apply it to your life. Watch how much further forward you're going to move. Because there's a lot of people, they live off of speculation. They live, oh, what? I had one. And somebody said, clickbait. We can't wait to see a fight. We can't wait to hear an argument. We can't wait to hear some beef. We can't wait to hear some back and forth, back and forth. It's a whole bunch of people watching that one entertainer destroy his life right now. And they loving every minute of it. Don't say his name. That dumb entertainer is hands down, single-handedly destroying his own life. I want to say this, and don't say his name. What you are witnessing is no different than watching somebody play Russian roulette and lose, if you get my point. What you're witnessing is a person playing Russian roulette with themselves, by themselves, and losing. Don't say what I'm saying, but you understand what I'm saying. We rather watch this man take his own existence off of this earth by his own hands than be out in that garden planting you some food even after you went to Walmart and you saw ain't no lettuce. It's 2 heads of cabbage. Now, whether you believe in this holiday season or not, you do know one fact. That one fact is usually around this time of the holiday season, man, they got turkeys at the front door at every store. They about 12 cents a pound everywhere. Usually, you go to the doggone toy section and it's turkeys over there by the bicycles too. It's turkeys everywhere. Ain't no turkeys. And when you find the turkeys is about $100 each. So we more interested in watching that man destroy his career, his life, and embarrass his whole entire family and lineage. We would rather watch that than be out in that yard putting down these collard greens, putting down, getting some livestock, collecting eggs off your chickens every day. We would rather watch the fantasy. We're watching a man that moves in fantasy destroy the fantasy. That's how stuck in fantasy world we are. We're stuck in fantasy so much. We're watching a man living through a fantasy and destroying the fantasy. That got us so distracted, you ain't doing what you supposed to be doing. We ain't doing nothing we supposed to be doing because we too busy watching all the distractions of nonsense and stuff that ain't gonna affect you or me one way or the other. If that man got $1 billion one day and 20 cents the next, how is that gonna affect you? It ain't. Him having $1 billion didn't put more food in your cupboard, and him going down to having 20 cents in the bank account did not put that food in your cupboard either. Who gives a damn? We're giving that situation way too much of our time and energy. I don't understand it for the life of me. But we ain't doing the stuff we supposed to be doing. 'Cause it's easy to sit in front of a television set and watch somebody destroy themselves. That's what I'm gonna call it. It's easy. It's entertaining. Want to hear what this idiot gonna say or do next. But you know, all the time that you sat there listening to him jibber jabber off nonsense, you could have put this tray of collard greens down. You could have went out there. It took you seconds to sprinkle some seeds in your buckets. Nobody doing that. But then we want to talk about the food shortage. The only person that's really stopping you from accomplishing anything that you're trying to do is you. You're first. You're first. And if it's not you or you don't think it's you, now you have to look back and say, okay, now if it's not me, what next then? Who is it stopping me from accomplishing what I want to do, or what is it? And you gotta eliminate that obstacle. We stuck in fantasy world, man. We're stuck in a world so ridiculous. We want to listen to people that can't help you one way or the other. And the people that can help guide you in the right direction, you think they're corny. Ladies, and gentlemen for that matter, you don't want to be with this dude because he corny. Corny, let me sum it up. These days, corny means average. Normal. Let me clear that up. Because that word has changed over the last 20, 30 years. Corny now means he's just an average Joe, got an average job, make an average wage, got an average car, he got on some average clothes. He is not worthy of your affection. That's the man that's not worthy of having a child with you. because you want that fantasy drama bullcrap that we watch on these television shows, the fighting, the constant fighting. We are promoting toxic relationships. That is not real. That's a fantasy. The only thing happen in toxic relationship is either somebody get hurt, somebody go to jail, or somebody dead. The more you keep wanting that toxic person in your life, I don't give a damn how good they look. I don't give a damn how good of a time you have in the sack. Man, toxic is toxic. And that's the end run right there. That's what's going to happen. Gentlemen, fellas, same thing for us. She's shaped like an hourglass. That's all you got, though? That's what we need to start saying from now on. True story. From now on, we need to start asking a person, they attracted you with XYZ. What we should start saying is, what else you got? What else you got? You got a nice body. Love your eyes, beautiful skin, banging hair. What else you do though? Oh man, you got a nice car, nice shoes. Oh, what else you got though? We getting to a point, the reality is just the bonus. We falling for the fantasy, man. We falling for the fantasy with absolutely everything we do every day in life. The fantasy is what attracts us. And the reality is what repels us. You hook up with a fantasy chick and find out let me stop. I'm going to just tell you like this. It scares the hell out of me. Living today, now I know what my mom and my dad, I guess I'm old now, because now I understand. I think I got them stripes now. I don't want to listen to no new music. I'm still listening to music from the 80s and the 90s. And it trips me out that when the radio station play, it say, now for your classic 80s and 90s jams. I'll be like, damn, classic? The oldie station? The oldie station, the classic stations now is playing Biggie and Tupac. Oh, God. Now, for your latest oldies and classics in R&B and hip-hop, 103.3 FM. Let me know where I am. I'd rather listen to that than listen to what I hear now. I can't even understand what's being said. A lot of the stuff that's being said, and I'm going to be honest with you, and you know as well as I know, a lot of the stuff that's being said in the music today, you better watch what you singing. You better look at them lyrics first. You better go to a karaoke bar and read the damn words before you go to spitting them. Because I've read some words on some of these songs, you saying something you probably don't want to be saying. You either saying something demonic, or something against your sexual beliefs, I'm going to call it. You might be inviting something. I'm just saying. And you don't even know because they mumbling. So you mumbling right along. You don't know what they mumbling about. Everything is just a mess. I don't want to have nothing to do. I see why some of us make it living to 105 years old, 100 years, 105 years old. I'll be honest with you. Sometime they pass away, it ain't nothing traumatic. They just went to sleep and that was it. Or they said, how many of our grandparents or elders passed away like this? Baby, I'm tired. Tell me I'm lying. How many of our elders that was up in age, 80s, 90s, 100s, and the only reason they passed away, not from heart failure, not from lungs, not from blood clots. No, they said, baby, I'm tired. That's the only reason they left. They was like, I can't deal with this no more. They didn't die because you go to the doctor and you say, what did she pass from? Heart attack? Stroke? She couldn't breathe, suffocate? No, she just, what did the doctor say? It was just her time. Man, you better give me something scientific. Because she was just rollerblading. She 105 years old. She was just rollerblading yesterday. These 100-year-olds now, they whooping on all of us. They rollerblading, skateboarding, electric biking. You better check yourself. But the only reason they left this earth because they said, man, I'm tired of this. I'm just sick of this. All this disrespectful ass kids running the streets. They don't run the streets. Disrespectful kids run the world now. Because if you want to put your hands on one of them, you going to prison. Lee Harv, you say when the Most High calls, they go. I don't even think. I think they go ringing his bell like, can I come to the house? Can I come in yet? Because, whew, it's getting cold out here. I don't think he called them. I think they go knocking on his door. Lord, I know I'm tired of bugging you, but I just want to see, can I come on in the house yet? It's getting cold out here and I ain't got on no jacket. Wait a minute. Somebody said my generation is soft. Let me tell you this. I just watched a video last night of some kids sliding down this old sliding board, this big sliding board with all the humps at an amusement park, right? And the little girl got up, hold her head like this. She done bust her head on the slide like that. And they gonna do a lawsuit on this amusement park because the two little girls bumped their heads on the way down the slide. Listen, that's the only way they made slides when I was a kid. And to keep it all together, 100, our slides was made out of sheet metal. The kind that you put on the damn top of the chicken coop or the barn with rivets. You ain't did nothing until you got burnt on one of them metal slides in the piping hot sun. You ain't did nothing until one of them rivets done popped loose and ripped your doggone thigh meat open like a brisket. You don't know. You bumped your head and now they're going to get sued. I'm going to pay real close attention to that case. Because if they win some money, Cedar Point owes me a fortune. I'm going to be Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. If them kids win a lawsuit for bumping their heads on that slide, and it was plastic, if they win a lawsuit, I'm filing mine immediately. Cedar Point, Sandusky, 1978, I can guarantee it. I had blood leaking out of every part of my body coming out. And then we was in burlap sacks coming down that slide at 400 miles an hour. Man, please. Our slides were so dangerous by the time you got to the bottom, it was a first aid kit. It was a first aid kit at the bottom, if you made it. So you can wipe the blood off. Some peroxide, couple Band-Aids, some gauze. That's how the slides was. That was fun. Now you bumped your head a little bit. You about to get paid, man. I'm standing in line. I'll be watching your case thoroughly. Because I still got cuts on me. I got scars on me. And I should have got a tattoo under this one scar to say Cedar Point. Six Flags. Please, cut it out. Nobody ready to do no work. Don't nobody want to work. Don't nobody want to make no... The only way people want to make money is in the music industry. I don't even understand it. If every artist, we ain't even got to go back to smokestack lightning days. We ain't got to go back that far. If every musician is telling you it's a scam, we all got favorite artists. We all got favorite musical artists. We all know how many records were sold just in our own personal life. All of your friends in your whole neighborhood had a Michael Jackson record. Everybody got a Jay-Z record. Everybody got a Biggie and Tupac record, right? How is they all, everybody had TLC record. How is these people broke? They should have enough money. Let's just stay with TLC. They should have enough money where they great grandkids should be well off. Why did Left Eye die broke? Why did T-Boz, why do she still got to put on shows just to keep the lights on and chilling them? They should never have to work another day in their life as much money as they made. They was groundbreakers. TLC, that group was groundbreakers. So why the hell do you think they're going to do you any different? You get in the industry. This industry front you some money. Front you some money. Give you $1 million. But what they ain't telling you, we going to give you $1 million, but we taking all of the money for your private jet, for your boat, for your clothes, your gold chains, for all of the security around you. That's coming out of that $1 million. Now, you got it in your damn pocket. But the part they ain't telling you is all of that that's happening around you that you think is magic or something. Ain't no unicorns around here. That's coming out of your pay. And you ain't even made the money yet. So they turn around, they gave you $1 million. Some kind of way you end up owing $2 million because you see, remember you wanted to fly all your people from your hometown in on the private jet and give them all Lamborghinis and stuff. So yeah, all of that's coming out of you. That's what you think this is. Every last one of them. So, about DMX. Why did we have to do a GoFundMe to bury DMX? Why do we have to do GoFundMes to bury people? To bury millionaires. Because it's fake. So our interpretation, again, what I started out with, we're living in a fantasy world, and those people are projecting those fantasies on us, making you think this money that they throwing, yet you spent $1 million in the club, man, all of that you gonna go to prison for. You gonna be broke up under the bridge for that, what you just did. The only ones that's really making the money is the girls dancing on that stage you just gave the money to. We delusion. So we see all the money, all the jewels, and all the diamonds and cars, and we think that's what I want. That's what I want. And somebody just said, think about all the royalties from their musical libraries. Think about that. These songs, just because they die broke, don't mean they songs stop getting paid. Them people, music lives on forever. You can listen to B.B. King right now, the old blues singer. Somebody making money off B.B. King. B.B. King been dead for about 25 years, 30 years, 25, 20 somewhere. Somebody making money off B.B. King. Oh, no, that was Barry White. Barry White. Same thing. He died, his money and his name didn't. Look, Kentucky Fried Chicken. That man ain't never even owned the place. He invented it, don't even own it. He died broke in that little white, they buried him in that little white suit. Gave him, put a bucket of chicken on his chest. Told him to rest in grease. Lord forgive me. Lord forgive me. Lord forgive me. I'm sorry about that one. That was me. Rest in grease. We live in a dysfunctional, fictional world. And we think it's okay. We think it's okay now because it's the norm. We see it everywhere. We don't question a girl that got on a wig and is dragging the ground. We don't question that stuff no more. I seen a girl with, I guess you want to call them braids or whatever, on this wig. This thing was pulling her little head back. She had to keep pulling. I can't make this up. She had to keep grabbing the wig and pull up. You know how your pants keep falling down? You got to pull them up because you ain't got on no belt. She got to keep grabbing this wig from the middle of her head, keep doing it. It's almost dragging the ground behind her. I'm the only one looking like, what the hell is going on here? Please, ma'am, what the piping hot hell is this I'm looking at? And nobody's looking. It's no big deal to everybody in the store. I kind of want to tap her, young lady, why don't you just take that off? Take it off, roll it up. Roll it up, put it in your bag, and just let it go. Let that go. That's not going to happen. You keep trying to make this happen, but it's not. One of these little kids going to step on that hair and just yank it off you, and we so fake. You would rather look like a fool than look like you didn't take time to do your hair this morning. Which one would you rather look like? A freaking idiot, or somebody just didn't take a couple extra minutes to take that little dookie ball braid off? That little dookie ball braid that some girl put on there before they put the wig on. Man, I'd rather see you with that dookie ball braid and these hairs, that hair that be coming out like this. I'd rather see that. That's that grade school hair. I'd rather see your grade school hair coming off the side like that and that dookie ball braid than see this 5'2" long fake hair with gum wrappers. You cleaning the people floor with this thing. We have become so fake that we think that's more acceptable than the dookie ball braid with the grade school crumbs coming off the side. We think that wig is more acceptable. That's how delusional we've become. We've become so delusional, you will see a dude catching the bus with a pair of $300 sneakers on. You know what he gonna get? A compliment from other bus goers. Oh, them new things? Oh man, them nasty, boy. Oh, them nice. How much them run you? About $3? Man, wish I had your pocket. You just gave this idiot a compliment? This dude took $300, spent them on some shoes that he got to walk in. Oh, Lord. And we compliment that kind of foolishness to make that dude think I'm looking so fly. When I get another $300, and this is what he'll say, yeah, I'm about to get the red ones next week. What? So you gonna spend $600 on shoes? You don't got no car? Oh. So what's really holding us back, family? It's us. It's us. We're living in a fictional world. The video game ain't just on TV no more. The video game ain't on the little box no more. We're living in the video game right now. We're living in the video game. The only problem is ain't no reset button, ain't no plug, and you only get one man. We all playing this silly game, but you only get one man. And it ain't no reset button. All them other games, you get 3 men. You start out with 3 or 5 men. Nah. In this reality, Once they take you out and you lose that man, it's gone. You're done. You're done. So we've started playing the video games and adding that to our fake reality so much that these dumb kids and dumb people is out here doing things thinking that they're going to get another man. You will end up killing somebody, robbing somebody, raping somebody, hurting somebody. Because you think you're going to get another chance. You like, look, I'm going to burn this man up. What do you say in the first, soon as you start playing the game? Oh, I always just burn this one first man up to get to the next level. You know, I'll just burn him up real quick. You can't do, well, see how old I am? I'm talking about Pac-Man. I don't even know nothing about Halo and stuff. I'm still stuck on Pac-Man. I get rid of this first man to get me to the next level, you know. We think this is a video game. Look at all the senseless crimes and the senseless stuff we do. The senseless crimes, it says when you watch one of these senseless crimes, the only thing that I think is he must think he got another man. He didn't even think how he gonna get away with this crime. He didn't even plan how he gonna get away. I watched somebody on the news where I am now rob a bank and ain't have no escape car. He ain't had no plans. His whole plan that he planned was, I'm going to rob the bank. That was his plan. Oh, God, I can't make this up. His whole plan was, I'm going to rob the bank. He didn't think no further than that. Because in his head, to me, he's saying, oh, I'm going to burn this. I'm going to burn this first man. You know, I don't need that. I just need to get this, burn this one to get me to the next level. That's the only thing I could think. Like, what was you thinking about? You ain't got no crew. You ain't got no getaway car. You ain't got no plan. You ain't even got no firearm. You went in there with a note and a super soaker. What is you doing? What is this? You made out. Think of the crimes. You go rob a 7-Eleven, right? You rob a 7-Eleven, you got $23.72. That's what you got out the register. You killed a dude because he can't open the safe. He's just a boy, and he getting his way through college. He don't got the numbers to the safe. You kill him. You get the $23.72. You make off into the night, and you don't think you're going to get caught? This is 2023. I told y'all I'm done with 2022. It's 2023 in my mind. I done shot myself to the future. It's 2023, and it's a camera on every damn thing you purchase. You cannot walk down the street without 400 cameras looking at everything you do. So if you want to scratch your butt or pick your nose, you know somebody can see it. Everybody know when you get in the elevator, that's the time you go digging for gold. You hit the elevator. Everybody know why you driving. It's them certain streets where ain't no houses on either side. Not no more. If you pick your nose, you cheating, scratch your butt, anything you throwing litter out the window, there's a camera somewhere looking at you do it. And you want to do the most heinous, stupidest crimes and think you're going to get away with it. Nobody even ever asked, like, you can't ask your friends. This is why people think they get away with crime. Because they don't got nobody to ask. Think about it. The reason why they think they can get away with a crime, because they don't have nobody to ask how to get away with it. You know why? Because they in jail, you dumbass. The people that thought they could get away with the crime is locked up. So you ain't got nobody to be like, so how did y'all, no experience. So how did y'all make out, you know, and get away with the crime y'all did 15 years ago? Ain't nobody to ask. There are no tutorials on crime successfully. That's because they keep catching them. Wouldn't you see that track record, just like I was talking about the music industry? Wouldn't you see that track record? Let's figure out something else to do. It got to be a better way. I had a friend, I'm going to tell you this and I'm going to get off here. I had a friend when I was younger. This is when I'm turning my whole life around. Now, I was a bag boy at a grocery store. And my friend was still in them streets. Now, stick with me. My friend was still in them streets. He was in the trap 24 hours a day. He smelled like a skunk's innards because he don't wash, he don't bathe. He stay in the trap house all day, all night, all day, all night. Never leave, right? Always watching his back. Police looking. He always running from the cops. Every time he hear a loud noise or run, he either getting scared to get robbed, scared to get killed, scared to go to jail. I'm bagging groceries. I got a smile on my face. I get to be nice. I don't have to be mean. I don't have to pretend that, oh man, I'll mess you up if I need to. I don't have to do that. Here's the funny part about that. One night we together, he's cracking on me. He's laughing at me, right? And back in our day, when you was a bag boy, you worked in a store, we had to wear a tie, a collared shirt, a collared button-up shirt, slacks, and dress shoes. You wasn't no tennis shoes, wasn't no jeans, wasn't no t-shirts, no. And a name tag that said the name of the store and my name on it. And it had to be on your left-hand side right here, okay, at your shoulder. That was a uniform. Now dig what I'm saying to you. I look corny because I come home from work, I'm tired. I still got on my little apron, you know. I got on my apron and I got on my dress shoes and my tie. We in the hood. I'm hanging with my homies. I'm the only one that look like I should be handing out applications. I got cracked on for being normal, for being decent, for being good. I gave it to him. At the time, I'm like 15 or 16 years old. I think I'm gonna give it 16. You know what I told him, and I say this to this very day because I meant it. I said, how much money you make in X amount of time? Oh man, he showed me the money. I got it like this. I said, okay, you've been at work for 24 hours. You never came out of that house for 24 hours. Stick with me on this. You've been in that house for 24 hours. You have not had no sleep for 24 hours. You've been up grinding for 24 hours a day. Okay. I went to work for 8 hours. Now let's do the math on that. If at the time we made $3.35 an hour, believe that. $3.35 is what my pay was. I was able to buy my first car. My very first car was a 1977 Oldsmobile Delta 88. I was able to buy my very first car by making $3.35 an hour. I'm riding clean. I'm in my own car and everything. All these bums is walking. So I tell him, okay, if you've been there for 24 hours, I've been at work for 8. Now, at the $3.35 that I just made, if we calculate that up, let's just say, and I believe it or not, I was working before the child work law, so I could have if I wanted to. Just say I stayed at my job for 24 hours a day. I would be making just as much money as you, and I ain't got to look over my back and wonder if somebody trying to rob me, kill me. I don't got to worry about the police. The only time the police stopped me, I had to walk home because I missed the bus. They asked me, did I want to ride? I didn't have to run from the police no more. So I made him do the math. I said, dude, really, you in the trap, literally making minimum wage. The only thing that make you look like you make more money is because you don't go to sleep. You don't get no rest. But your stress level from looking over your shoulder every 5 minutes, it don't equate to that money you just made. You putting in overtime hours. Now let's calculate this. Now this is back in the 80s. Back in the 80s, you still had overtime. You had double time on all jobs in Ohio. So let's just calculate if I had the first 4 hours is time and a half. Anything after the first 4 hours was double time. Sunday was double time. Now I actually made more money than you bagging groceries for rich people than you selling drugs to our community, killing our brothers and sisters. You killing people. I'm helping people. I make just as much money as you. You go to jail for 5 or 6 years if they catch you, or better, depending on what they want to do to you. And there go my car. Do the math. You doing dumb stuff without doing the math. See, before I was awakened, I was that stupid. But now I'm here to tell you, man, you wasting your time. You can make that same amount of money. You ain't got your key? Hold on. Okay, I'm live. No, ain't nothing to be sorry for. So I just wanted to let y'all know that we living in a fantasy world. And if we don't stop, because it's almost beyond pulling back. We got to stop right now and get into the reality. Get facts. Apply the facts and the knowledge so you can move forward in your life positive. You keep wondering how some of these rich people get rich. You keep wondering how some people get rich. Them people be living in at least moments of reality. We are all the way gone, man. I'm going to tell you this. My friend got out of jail. See, that's the part of the story I left out. After he got out of jail, he told me, man, I was thinking about that stuff you was telling me a couple times, because that wasn't the only conversation we had about this. I didn't want to see, he was my best friend. I didn't want to see him get locked up. I didn't want to see him go to jail. You know, he was like a brother to me. But after he got out of jail, he was in, just make a long story short, he was in jail so long at the time I was 16. He got caught right soon after that. I didn't see my friend again till I was grown with kids. That's how long he was in prison. All right, honey. He was in prison so long that I never got a chance to shake his hand or nothing, give him no dap until I was grown. And I want to say with my second, 1996. I never seen him again from, I'm going to say, 84, 85 to 96. You want to go to jail that bad? Just because you may take a little pay cut by bagging groceries. You may take a little pay cut. But ain't the stress worth it? I don't got to look over my back, see who going to rob me, because don't nobody want to rob a bag boy making $335 with a tie on and some dress shoes. I'm the last one they're going to try to rob. They going to rob you, though, because you got on them new Jordans and you got goals in your fronts and you got on a troop jacket. I went too far forward. You got on them City Lotto shoes, them City Lottos, and you got on a troop jacket. If you don't know what City Lotto shoes is or a troop jacket, go do your research. All right? Plain and simple. They ain't gonna rob me for my Gators. They gonna take your City Lotto shoes and your troop jacket. Period. Your hammer pants. They taking all that. So I'm sorry to be on here, y'all. It's just everywhere I look, I'm like, I can't believe people would think I'm that cruel, where I would take an innocent little deer life just for the fun of it, just to make a video. They thought I took a deer life just to get views. It's the internet, folks. You can make yourself look like a superhero or a bum. You can make yourself look rich or poor. You can do anything. It's your perception. Stop the perception. Ask questions. It'll help you in reality to ask questions. Don't just look at something on TV or on YouTube and claim it to be the truth. That's our problem. We so stuck in fantasy world, man. Don't nobody want to ask questions no more. Carol Cook says, we're avatars. We act like it. The little things on the Facebook is more real than what we are. Some of us have made profiles of ourselves more inviting than the real person. Because you trick so many people with this fake avatar. Thank you for that term. Fake avatar. When you finally meet the person, you like, ugh, right? I like you as a cartoon better. And all the little adventures your cartoon goes on, your little cartoon avatar. And the things your little avatar say on Facebook. But when you meet the real person, you just want to just stall them out. Because it's like, you awful. You really awful. Trust and believe this. I promise you, one way or the other, the real you is way more interesting than the person you want to become. True story. The real you is way more interesting than the person you want to become or the person you want people to perceive you as. If you sat down and everybody ain't gonna like you, that's the part I hate. Everybody think you have failed because everybody don't like you. When everybody don't like you, you think you failed. We done messed around, told our kids, everybody get a trophy. No, they damn don't. They don't. You lost. You came in dead last. You do not get a trophy. The trophy is for the dude or the girl that went through the line first. And if we keep telling our kids, you deserve that just as much as that person did. You just showed up for the race. You did not come to practice. You did not do nothing. You did not train. That person been training every single day, not just at school, but they go home and train. They mom and daddy bought them a trampoline, and they mom and daddy go jogging with them and running with them and time them and train them. That person got the trophy. They went through the line first. Your ass comes stumbling through, and your lung, you breathing so hard you can see your lung on the outside of your shirt. You lost. We lost translation of what that means. We like, oh, but it hurts kids' feelings. Their feelings are supposed to be hurt for that. Because that's what tell them, I can't miss practice no more. I have to train. I need to go to that person and ask that winner, what do I need to do to become like you? We all think that we all deserve the same stuff now, to the point where we all think we winners, and when it don't go your damn way, you a kid and you think you supposed to get a trophy. Now you got hair on your face and you got a social security number, you got an address of your own, and you go through life thinking that everybody get a trophy. You find out immediately everybody damn don't. And you don't know how to process this because the last damn 18 years you've been told everybody is a winner. So this kid has been programmed to think everybody gets a Christmas bonus. No, that dude that put out the most parts get the Christmas bonus. You got to ask him, how do you get so many parts? I'm gonna remove that. We ain't gonna say none of them words, Rose. But you understand what I'm saying? We have to make it where the person is kicking ass, get the pat on the back. The person in the back need to be like, how can I get there? That's the fantasy. You wondering why these kids is blowing stuff up? You want to know why? Because they think they get a trophy. When somebody in school, all the kids in the whole damn school got an A, a B, a C, or a D. The kid with the F ain't gonna make it to the next grade. He wondering why. Dude, I don't even know who you are. You don't even come to class. I still should get at least a D. At least I showed up. What? Everybody gets a trophy. Somebody better make that definition a little bit more slicker than that, because that's what they going through these kids' head. Then, when they get older, they think everybody get a trophy. So this guy think he can put his hands on a girl or a lady any old kind of way he want, because he can't get in trouble because everybody gets the girl. See, that's where we messing up. Everybody don't get the girl. Everybody don't get to be prom queen and prom queen. Everybody don't get to be valedictorian. But there's still places for you to improve in your life. That's part of the damn journey. You can't shoot to the top with your bullshit fantasies. No. I'm gonna tell you a quick story, true story, and I'm gonna go. I mean it. This is personal. This is personal, so hold on to your hats, because it's some racism in here too. Not the kind you think. When I was in, I think it was kindergarten. I was in kindergarten. I don't even know if I should tell this story. I had a best friend. His name was Dwight. I'm gonna say his name because that was my dude. My friend Dwight was a monster. Even when we was little kids, he was a monster. This teacher did not like us because we was the only ones of our kind in the whole classroom. We had to go up to this bowl. We was learning about animals. We was learning about animals. Which animal is this and what noise do they make? Everybody remember doing that? What animal is this and what noise do it make, right? Well, the teacher had this big old mixing bowl full of these little plastic animals that we used to buy back in the 70s, you know. Little plastic animals. And in every bowl, in one bowl, it was like every kid that went in, we was all in line, and a kid would pick this out. Okay, little Jennifer, what is this? She'd say, that's a cat. What noise do it make? Meow. Okay, here's a jelly bean. True story. This is a true story, so hang on to me. Here's a jelly bean. Okay, Jennifer got a jelly bean. Now here come Ralph. Ralph, what animal is this? He dig in the bowl, pull it out. Oh, this is a dog. What noise do it make? Bark, bark, bark. Every time me and Dwight go to the bowl, the lady would grab another bowl. I told my mama this too. She would grab this other bowl. It's funny now, it wasn't funny then. With all these exotic ass animals. And she dig in the bowl and pull out, what is this? And I'm looking like, shit, I don't know. No jelly bean for you. Back of the line. So me and Dwight went through this line maybe 5, 6 times. We could never figure out how the hell is all these other kids getting these animals, and they stuff that we see in the hood. It's a cat, it's a dog, it's a squirrel, it's a bird. You know what this stuff is. It's a fish, it's a frog, stuff that you see, and even in the ghetto you see these stuff, right? But she would go for this special bowl and put this bowl in front of us. What is this? And she'd tell us every time we was wrong. Back of the line, it's a llama. What the hell is a llama? I'm like 5 years old. You know, what is this? A sloth. Back of the line. What the hell is a sloth? What? You know, what the hell is this? That's a bubble-eyed guppy. What the hell is that? She kept coming out with all these, this is a green-toed poisonous dark frog. A what? It don't look like a frog, but it is. Back of the line, no jelly beans. Right? And people wonder why I'm fat. I'm scarred. So now, guess what I buy all the time? I buy as many damn jelly beans as I want. And I do know what a damn green-toed sloth and stuff is now. My point is, it's deception, and you set up to fail. You set up to fail. And once I told my mother what was going on, and the teacher talking to me saying he can't even name the damn animals that I, doing the animal presentation. My mama get home and she buy the same damn animals from Toys R Us. And she go in her mixing bowl. What is this? That's a damn cat. What noise do it make? Meow, meow, meow. What is this? It's a dog. What noise do it make? Woof, woof, woof. What is this? A frog. What does it say? Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Well, what the hell is the teacher talking about? Ma, I don't know what these animals she keep pulling out. But I don't think they from this planet. Is it life on other planets? Because some of these animals I never seen of, and some of them got extra arms, and some of them is real long. I don't know what none of this stuff is. That's one she called a sloth. It looked like a little boy with hair on him. I don't know. He kind of looked like Reggie. Remember our cousin Reggie? That animal, I don't know. I pulled it out the bowl. She said, "What is this?" I said, "Reggie, back of the line, no jelly beans." It looked like Reggie to me. But the whole thing is, you can be told lies. She told my mama lies. And I'm sure she's somewhere melting in hell for what she was doing. My mama come back to that school and tell her, what animals did you having my son do? Well, just the standard animals. And I was like, no, Mom, them the two bowls over there. Listen to your kids, family. Listen to your children. No matter how crazy their stories be, listen to your children. Because some of their fantasy, crazy, made-up stuff might be somebody trying to harm them, okay? There go the two bowls with the animals in them right there. And the teacher like, well, lad, you just be quiet. Me and your mom is talking. No, Mama, there go the damn bowls. My mom said, let me see them bowls. Let me see what's in them. She grabbed the one bowl with all the cats, dogs, frogs, and stuff in it. I said, no, get the one with the red lid. It's the one with the red lid, Mom. My mama looked in that bowl. It's sloths. It's doggone them sea creatures you see at the bottom of the ocean with that bright light on front of them with them teeth. It's every animal that look like it's from another planet, I said, that's what she be having us look at, me and Dwight. Back in them days, you could tell on a teacher of another persuasion, she ain't gonna get in trouble though. She taught I'm sure she melting in hell to this day, and I don't mind saying it none. And I ain't got no forgiveness on that. You doing children wrong. You was having them thinking that I need to be in a special class because I couldn't name off no damn animals. See what they do to us? You living in perception. You living in somebody else's reality, and they can persuade you to think whatever they want you to think until how many people is locked up in prison right now ain't did no crime? How many children they keep trying to put in special ed classes ain't in no special ed? They want to control your narrative and your projection of what they want happen to you and your family. No. Ask your damn questions. I can't go no further and tell you what my mama did. I might incriminate myself. But all I'm telling you this, that teacher, I ain't gonna say her name. What was her name? Yeah, I am gonna say her name. Miss MacArthur. Miss MacArthur, my kindergarten teacher, she probably melting in hell right now. Because it was cruel, it was evil, it was wicked, and she knew it. She let us see it. I'm like, can I pick some animals out of that bowl? Here. What is this? A flying squirrel? What the hell is that? Back of the line, no jelly beans. People be traumatized and you don't even know what they've been through in their life to make them how they is. It's evil people out here. We keep wondering why people so crazy. They want us living in the fake matrix that they've created. And they want you to stay there. They want you to keep on. Think about this. They want you to stay thinking that everything is okay. They want you to think everything is all right. It ain't. It's not. And if you don't stand up and start asking questions on how your life is going and why, you're going to stay in that matrix. You're going to stay in that doggone fake fictional world. If you don't start checking people and correcting people on this fake crap they're trying to feed you, man, would you, if I got a spoonful of doo-doo, would you open your mouth and let me feed you? You can smell it from here. Here's the spoon. You can smell a doo-doo on the spoon. You can see the doo-doo. You can see flies on it. Is you gonna let me feed you with it? Well, why do you let people feed you that knowledge? Believe it or not, the doo-doo ain't as deadly as fake knowledge. Eating the doo-doo on the spoon ain't worse than being fed horrible lies. Ain't nothing more of a slow death than being fed fake knowledge, lies, non-truths, because that kill you slow. They get to watch you die over time with all your bad life decisions. Y'all think that one movie Saw is bad where he be torturing people in that little room chained up? That ain't got nothing on what they got for you. Keep feeding you wrong information, giving you wrong directions, feeding you the fake reality. That's just like eating poison. It's poison. You would have been better off with a spoonful of poop. Imagine the children that don't have the parents that involve themselves in the school system. I think about that to this day. Imagine the children that don't have the father in the home, or the mother that don't even want to come to the school to see what's wrong. If my mother wasn't there, I would be in a class with people where I don't belong. The paperwork was ready for me to go into a special education class because I couldn't pick out a sloth or a green-toed poison frog and stuff. Animals that only, a wombat, animals that we ain't never heard of at 6 years old. What the hell is a wombat? What the hell is a badger? A what? Think about some of them animals out in the outback that look like aliens. A Tasmanian devil, to me, that don't look like no Tasmanian devil. He on cartoons and he kind of built, he kind of cocky. That don't look like no Tasmanian devil. Tasmanian devil just look like a badger, look like a damn beefed up beaver. You giving me stuff like that to try to make decisions for my life? You could have got me in a world of trouble, lady, if I didn't have my mama there. If I didn't have my mama there to check what's going on. Ladies, stop leaving your children at some of these daycares without seeing what's going on. If they feel, let me give you a piece of advice. My mother was a daycare provider. She was a daycare provider. And she always welcomed any parent to stay all day if they want to. She used to do it just to kind of, when the kid first come to the class, to keep them calm, right? Make them feel like it's okay to be here. If you drop your child off at a daycare provider and they are uncomfortable with your presence, get your kid out of there. If they keep telling you, ma'am, you can't stay here all day, get your kid out of there. If they tell you, oh, you don't got to stay. Yeah, I know. But it's my day off. I want to hang out here and see what's going on. Well, and they'll say, well, why you just don't keep your kid at home? I want to see how my kid interact with the kid. What's the problem? What's the problem? I can help y'all around here if y'all need some help. What's the problem? If you have a problem and they are uncomfortable with you being in their presence, you need to find somewhere else to take your child. Don't be letting people, we so trustworthy. We too trusting. I don't know where that came from. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now, and I'm going to step on a bunch of toes. I'm going to bust a bunch of corns and calluses wide open. Everybody keep talking about some forgiveness and trusting and all that stuff is biblical. To a point. To a point, man. To a point. You're supposed to trust everybody. No, you are not. Read that book better. I am not versed in the word. But I do know there's parts in there to be like, nah, he didn't trust him. He didn't trust him. He told him to watch his back. He said, don't believe that. Don't go with them. Don't trust them. But in the next verse, it'll say, trust this and trust that. And no, that to me means, man, use your discernment. Use what I gave you to decide on what steps to take. Your first act is to trust them. But you also need to use the senses I gave you to figure out, I'm going to keep them at arm's length though, Lord. I'm going to keep them at arm's length. I'm listening to you, but I keep my eye on that one. We'll say anything. Somebody brutally murder or rape one of your children or something. I'll forgive you. Wouldn't know for what? You forgave a demon? Because to me, some of the people that be doing this heinous, evil, wicked, dirty, horrible stuff on this earth are not people. They're not people. You saying you forgave a demon. You forgave a devil. That's what he was built to do. You forgave a demon for doing his job. Demonic stuff. No. Pray for you maybe. Forgive? I ain't doing that. No, I can't forgive what you did. And then we'll go on like nothing happened. Now let's take that back. How many people keep on using that same word of the trust, and get robbed every time? It's people in here that pick up a phone call. Hey, how you doing, Miss Anderson? Yes, this is Billy with First National Bank, and we calling to give you a free bonus. All we need is your PIN number and your bank account, and we're just going to, and since it's Christmas time, we're going to give you an extra $500 additional dollars just for being our customer for 25 years. You will never see that money again. They're going to clean your bank account out, and then you're going to forgive them? Pray for them. But how can I forgive you didn't care if I died or lived off of that money? How can I forgive you that you didn't care about my life or my welfare of my children or my family? I'll pray for you that you get your life right. I don't forgive you, though. I ain't going to harm you. But I'm not going to forgive you. And I ain't going to forget. That's the problem, man. We too apologetic and forgiving of everything. Of everything. That's to me the equivalent of everybody gets a trophy. Everybody gets a trophy. You apologize to everybody. You forgive everybody. For them trying to kill you or do you dirty, I forgive you. Everybody don't get no trophy, man. Some people is put on this earth to do exactly what they was put here to do. Deceive and destroy. Don't you see they got jobs too? People doing that stuff, man, them ain't people, man. Those are not people. Just like everybody walking around with all this fake stuff on to deceive you into thinking that there's something that they're not. Demons do the same thing. You make best friends with some of these demons. You don't even know. They put on a good show. No different. It's up to you. Instead of keep saying, that's my best friend. That's my best friend. I would never do my best friend like that. Everybody gets a trophy. Screw that. You need to be like, if this your best friend, check that mug. Like, hey, man, what you said to her was wrong, bro. Who you, man? I'm just telling you, man. You ain't have to talk to her like that. You know, you could have, she didn't want you to buy her no drink, man. We could just move on. It's about 50 women in here. Man, leave her alone. No, she ain't gonna disrespect me. Check your friend. That's a friend. And if your friend don't want to be checked when they wrong, that's not your friend. That's not your homie. That's not your girlfriend. That's not your girl. If she trying to check you and tell you, look, you dead wrong for that now. I understand you mad at her, but her mama ain't had nothing to do with that. Don't talk about the one girl mama now. Come on. Come on now. We going too far. Well, who is you? You supposed to be on my side. I am on your side. But leave that girl mama out of it. You mad at her. Don't disrespect. See, we get so mad, we take stuff to another level, and then we start bringing other family members in. That make it devilish. Man, I'm like this. I don't want no friends that don't want to check me and pull me to the side like, hey, lad, you're doing a little too much, you know. Or I can pull you to the side like, hey, maybe you might want to try this. I don't want you in my life. If I don't care if I become a billionaire. I don't want nobody in my circle that ain't going to whisper in my ear like, hey, you're doing too much. Hey, calm that down a little bit. I don't want you in my circle. I don't want a bunch of fake people that's following the money around me if I ever make it to the top. I don't want that. We can start here, right here in reality. Get them people from around you that ain't got your best interest, man. Get them people from around you. Let them live in this fake world and see how far they go. See how far they go. Because I'm going to tell you, in every fake world, every fake game, that game in that fake world is trapped inside that little computer box, ain't it? That's as far as they can go. Every person just playing this fake world, this fake fiction, this meta universe, and all of this fake avatar world, that's only as far as they can go in that doggone little computer box. They can't come out here into reality yet anyway. That's as far, and you're going to leave them behind. They're going to be stuck in that same fictional world. 30 years later, you're going to go visit your hometown and they still doing the same fictional, weird, whack crap they was doing. I know I got a friend right now to this day still I didn't even know crack was still a thing. I didn't even know crack still exists with all this other high-tech crap out. I didn't even know it was still a thing. This dude stuck in the 80s still trying to do that. You trying to sell what? You might as well go pick up cans off the corners, the streets. And back in Ohio, they still get money in Michigan and Ohio for recycling bottles. Man, you need to go just recycle some cans, man. Recycle some cans. That's it. Let me get out of here. Y'all, I love you. I got to get out of here. Got to catch a plane. I love you. You see the beautiful beach behind me. I hope y'all can see that and it ain't too blurry. Trust me. Stick to the facts. Apply that factual knowledge to your life in the right direction and watch you move forward. The only thing that's holding you back is you. The only thing holding you back is you. The only thing holding you back is you. You need to use your discernment to figure everything else out. If you keep on living in this fictional world, that's exactly where you're going to stay. I love you. Live Farmer 73. I gotta pee. I love you. Stay safe. And I'm out.